Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Josh Patterson here. This is going to be Tropical Outlook and Discussion Part 2. It's more of an discussion than outlook. I haven't really gotten that far in my meteorological career, even on YouTube for that matter. Uh, but if you'd like to subscribe first off, go ahead. Very much appreciated. If you'd like to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, like I said, share with your friends. Very much appreciated. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you get all the recent notifications. And then, anyway, let's go ahead and start the video. So this is part 2. Uh, Basically, the reason why I'm splitting this into parts is because my phone died on me. If you couldn't tell by that last video, if you watched. If you haven't, go on and jump over there real quick and come back. But yeah, my phone died on that last one. So, the struggle of technology, right? Plus, as you can see by visual, I really don't have a lot of good technology, but that will change. You got to work with what you got, right? So basically, like I will leave off where I was. We have a place of interest, I would call it, right in here. This is the Pacific Basin. As you see, Mexico is continental United States, Gulf of Mexico. We are focusing right in this Caribbean basin, lower Gulf of Mexico, western part of Gulf of Mexico. We have a pretty decent cell here that looks like it could impact close to Mexico City. I believe Mexico City is right here. So if Mexico City is about right there, then this cell is going to come kind of close. And so I'm just showing you, if you live in Mexico City, you need to just be aware that you can get some good rains coming in. It doesn't. Yeah, that's close. You guys are definitely gonna get rain. Of course, your rainy season is actually starting. The monsoon is going to rev up there in the next few weeks. So that's exciting. But yeah, so this is what I'm starting to notice for the Eastern Pacific, more or less the Eastern Pacific. This is the Eastern Pacific more. There's more the Gulf of Mexico. Yep, and then I will switch over to the Atlantic Basin though, after I'm done showing you this part of the ocean. But I do want to pinpoint one other cell that I'm seeing here. So there's another quick moving tropical influence that does go up near the Cuba area. I'm going to stop right when I can. Let's see. So right there, as you can see, a low pressure center, 992 millibars of nautical pressure on that one. So that one it's not the strongest thing you've ever seen. Stronger would be more like 980, 970, and downward. So that would get a lot more stronger if it was in that echelon. But it is something worth watching if you're living in the Caribbean basin, the Cuba, anywhere on the Keys, or in, like, let's say Haiti, anywhere in that general area. It's good just to keep a mindset on that. So I want to just show you any potential kind of tropical hits that the area could be taking at this moment. And this is dated June 8th, so this would be very on time, guys. This would be very on time. Sorry, I have a lot of people coming into the house right now, and basically this is just one of the many other things we got to work with. Interruptions, people talking, bad equipment. But you know what? You're going to see me grow, guys. You're going to see me grow. Let us change regions now. Let's go over here, change regions if we can. I know sometimes they don't let you just because of this or that reason or the other. Let's go to Western Atlantic. So Western Atlantic, you can see there's Florida, there's Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. So focus mainly over here. We're going to focus on anything coming over here. Probably going to switch it up to one of the other ensembles, probably the lower dynamic. But let me just see if the GFS shows any kind of influx of rain. I know we had Andrea, Tropical Storm Andrea, our first tropical storm, formed over somewhere over near like southwest of Bermuda, south of Bermuda, or just near it. I believe Bermuda is up here, a little speck. So we did have Andrea go somewhere near there and kind of just fall apart. But that was our first named system of the Atlantic hurricane season, which I believe hasn't started yet. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I believe it starts June 1st, so um, I believe this season started already. Oof. Why don't we go look that up actually? Season start date. There we go. Isn't ongoing. It started May 15th. So actually, the storms that we're seeing in that area, or sort of in that area, are right on time. Maybe a little delayed. It's actually been a little quiet actually. Then it's been a little quiet. Um, it's been a little quiet for that. For this time of year, let's look up the Atlantic season start date. Just kind of season. See. So no, I don't even have to look that up. That's June 1st. The Atlantic hurricane season is June 1st. So we know that, y'all. So yeah. So I don't see any kind of like area of concern for the Atlantic. All I'm seeing are these two systems down here. Yeah. This system right here is worth watching if you're living in Cuba or Haiti or maybe extensively in the Keys of Florida or anywhere. It is. Oops, I'm pulling up the SKU-T for some reason. I don't actually know how to read SKU-Ts, by the way. Not yet, anyway. All I do know is that when you're looking at severe weather, you're looking for this to be very coiled and like you're looking for it to essentially this dotted line and this red line, or this red line and this blue line, I forget which one. You're looking for these to essentially cross right here, separate in these areas, and cross somewhere all the way up here, which you're seeing it's not crossing at all. None of these lines are really crossing except for this green one, which is just a dew point. I believe, or the dew point of the humidity rather. It's one of those things. But you're looking for a good crossing up here, and you don't see that at all. So there's no severe weather going on. That's a very amateur and very, very light water way to put it. But essentially, you're just looking for like a good crossing of two lines here, and then extending all the way up and crossing up here. Especially if it's a big severe weather day, the higher the cross will get, the more and more it will take for it to actually cross. Just because it's essentially showing like it's showing the heights of man, I don't know my terminology. David Schlauer, YouTuber, also go check him out, is able to spit a lot of the terminology and a lot of his guys. So I'm trying to take lessons from them, but essentially it depicts like essentially the height and the just the lift in the atmosphere and how much it's going to lift. If it was crossing right here from here to here, you'd barely even get a cloud in the sky probably. But if it's all the way up here, you could probably get a tornado at any rate. Anyway, that was just, I don't necessarily really know anything about a SKU-T except for that and a few other things. But anyway, if we go out to further a little bit, if we were to go further out with the Atlantic, North Atlantic, and run this real quick. So as you can see, I believe that was Andrea just leaving. So yeah, the Atlantic basin looks very, very, very calm right now. But as you can see, Andrea, no, that's just a low pressure system that's coming off of, yep, as you can hear that phone in the background. But, yeah, I just want to show you guys this Atlantic uptick, or the Gulf of Mexico uptick down here and in these spots. As for the Atlantic Basin, there's not a lot going on at all, except for Andrea, who's already well out to sea somewhere. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My next video will be sometime tomorrow or sometime later on today. Oh yes, right. I'll actually be trying to get a video of the graduation at my brother's high school, as I do a lot of times this time of year. So yeah, and my next video will probably be on the severe weather threat for tomorrow in the United States. Doesn't look like it's gonna be as big of an event, but we will see when we get there. And if anything goes well tonight, I will also update. But yeah, so severe weather discussion tomorrow, maybe a renewed tropical discussion or a weekly forecast, essentially, potential tomorrow's video. So yep, thank you guys for watching, stay safe out there, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have a good one, bye.